Subsets of a real line. Let us consider real line as a subset. Okay. I try to represent real line by capital R, this bold R, and real line is a horizontal line. 0 is in the middle point. Okay. If you go towards your left, then you will be getting -1, -2, -3, -4, and towards -infinity. So they are smaller numbers. And if you go towards your right, then you'll be getting 1, 2, 3, 4 up to infinity. Those are positive or larger numbers. The subsets of real lines are represented by special kind of sets, and they arise out of inequality. So some of the inequalities that we would like to talk about is something just like, let's suppose x is greater than or equals to -2, or x is greater than -2. So if you go for x is greater than -2, then you might want to write in this way. So draw a parenthesis, okay? And since it is greater than -2, so you will be going in this way. So the pink shaded region would be x is greater than -2. Similarly, if you want to come up with the graph of x is greater than or equals to -2, then let's suppose this is 0, this is -2, then greater than or equals to, okay, the square brackets, and it also moves towards larger values. Okay. It continues indefinitely. This one is x is greater than -2, and in this situation it is x is greater than or equals to -2. Now the subsets that is represented by this graphed region would be represented as -2 up to infinity. X is greater than -2 means -2 is not included, so we use parenthesis. Greater than -2 means it could be -1.99, -1.5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 1.1, 1.2 or something. So this is the notation for this. Parentheses are the notation for non-inclusiveness. Okay. And why did I write parenthesis for infinity? That's a question. Okay. Since you might know that infinity is a concept. It's an idea that it is bigger than everything. Okay. This positive infinity is bigger than every number. For this situation, the appropriate subsets of a real line would be include -2. This square bracket means that we need to include -2, and the right endpoint goes to infinity. So this is left endpoint and this is right endpoint. Both are open in this situation. Here right is closed, left is open. Okay. Now you can have different variations for each of these left open, right closed, or open and closed brackets, okay, parentheses and square brackets. So let's talk about those. The two representation of the subsets of real lines that we saw earlier is also known as interval notation. Okay, and there are in total 4 kinds of interval notation. The first one is a comma b. Both sides are open, left side and right side both are open. And the set theoretical representation of this set would be all the numbers x in the real line which is greater than a but less than b. Okay, so a and b are not included, but everything in between them is included. All the decimal numbers, irrational, rational numbers, they are all included. So this is known as open interval. Number 2 is the closed interval. Its set theoretical description would be a is less than or equals to x. That means x is greater than or equals to a, and b is greater than x. Okay. So this is known as closed interval. Okay. So here both endpoints, left endpoint and right endpoint, they are included. Okay. The third one is left open. So here left endpoint is not included, whereas the right endpoint is included. So the description would be a is less than x is less than or equals to b. So this is left open. Since left side is open. And the fourth one is right open. Okay, so here the left endpoint is included, however the right endpoint is not included. Now these two sets also can be named as right closed or left closed. Let us draw the tentative pictures of these four sets in the real line. For the open interval, we will have A to B, so that's open interval. Second one, the closed interval, will have this kind of situation, A, B, everything is included. Finally, the last set is left side closed and right side open. So these are the tentative pictures of interval notation. Okay, and try to grasp an idea of about the inequalities that we have in here for all these interval notations, which are the subsets of real line. Okay. So there are three ways to write down same thing or subset of real number, either this notation or this set theoretical notation or this graph. Right? So that's all.